Reggie Miller.
Oh, this one I was on Reggie's show. Right.
I love a nice warm reception. But then again, anytime I step into a house, I kind of always do warm it up, so.
When it comes to plays, you can't taste mine, so don't waste time. Cause I can take you baseline to baseline. Whoa. I got loot, I see how them stars feel. Back in the days, I caught wreck as a Tar Heel.
Give Kerr the ball, give Kerr a hand. I'll drill it in from three-point land. Ask Duncan, ask the rest. Duncan Johnson for the best.
I used to like your raps.
Well, thank you, brother.
I bought what? I bought
That was great. That was high.
One of the great all-star moments in the intros was that one. Right
that was
there,
great.
I
like that one.
How long did you rehearse that with those guys?
I didn't rehearse at all. And let me tell you why. Growing up, we all wanted to be different people. So for me, growing up in Newark, New Jersey, it was all about the J's. On the way to the park, I wanted to be LL Cool J. So I had the rope chain, I had the cane call, I had the boombox. Then when I got to the court, I wanted to be Dr. J. So, you know, we all have dreams, and, you know, we all try to follow our dreams. And coming in 1992, I had many opportunities, and I just tried to, you know, take advantage of all those opportunities.
You were actually, your rookie year, you were on the set with me back in our old studio as a playoff analyst. And before we went on the air, we looked over and you were jotting some stuff down. We said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm writing some rap." And it was like, really? How about your music career, man? How's that taking off, the rap thing? I saw you with Foosh Nickens.
A little bit, you know, I'm, you know, writing some, rapping some. Just waiting to see.
And then a couple of years later, here comes your first album.
And I think that album went double platinum.
It did. I bought 6. I bought 6 or 7 on my own. Still giving them out to friends. Why is it that athletes want to be entertainers and entertainers want to be athletes?
I think that everyone appreciates the work that the other side does, but there's a marriage there's a pool that you go into that when you grow up, you don't just want to be a basketball player. You don't just want to be a rapper. You don't just want to be a singer. So you're pretty much in that same pool of what grows up. So I grew up in New York City. I wanted to be a rapper growing up, and then I want to be a basketball player as well. But that was my pool of friends. Some of them made it in that area. Some of them kind of made it. Some of them never made it. I was the never made it side and a rapper. So my alter ego was always, I'm a critic when it comes to that. So I think just because we all swim in the same pool.
It's about being on stage, really. You know, the court was our stage. But look, and you guys all know I am the biggest Michael Jackson fan ever. And the way he commanded the audience's attention.
When you used to do that intro,
with Haywood Workman.
With Haywood Workman.
You know,
that was the best intro for two guys coming out when you did the whole Michael Jackson.
It's the whole thing. You want to command, you know, obviously respect by the way you play, but the way the fans and 16, 17, 18,000, you want them up on their feet. And, you know, watching Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown, the way they commanded their audiences, that's kind of the reason why I think both of them kind of intertwine a little bit.
Smitty.
I had no rapping skills. So I think, but if you look at it, music in basketball to me, I think everybody had a love for music because I always played music going into the games. You know, you asked me going into the games, I was the best singer, the rapper, but I knew my limitations. So I stuck to basketball. But I think as a fan, you just appreciate what they do, the preparation, getting a chance to be around the entertainers, what they put into it, just the same, vice versa, the same for us.
Do most of these entertainers have any game at all? Entertainers who want to be athletes and want to...
Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake. Baseline. Jackass.
Cardboard. I mean, I'm going to piggyback on something Kenny said. I think that you look at all these entertainers, they love sports because actually everybody kind of starts out in sports. Like, every kid plays sports. Like, size, athletic ability separates, but, like, every little kid is going to go and play some type of sport
in your neighborhood. I mean, and then, like I say, the talent weeds you out. That's why I think entertainers like sports, because they started out playing sports, then they became great entertainers. But I can't think of any kid who didn't play some type of sport in the neighborhood, because that's what you do, especially poor kids. We don't get to go to the country clubs and things like that. We played football. We played basketball. That's just the way it is. And all jocks, I think it's a thing, everybody wants to be able to sing. Mm-hmm. Like everybody sings in the shower. Everybody, I'm a big karaoke guy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I got some video.
I do. I love karaoke. I know I can't sing.
What is your go-to karaoke
Frank
song?
Sinatra, My Way.
Can we get a verse? Can we get a couple bars?
I have to have the words, fool. That's what goes on.
How about just the very end?
I have to have the words,
Go-to
fool. I lived a life that's full.
Yeah.
The mistakes I made a few, but through it all, I've been up and I've been down.
I did it my way. The chorus.
That's your go-to song?
Well, as I always say, there's a reason they call them karaoke singers.
That defies description, what you just did. That was unbelievable. You had an album out, didn't you?
Yeah, no, actually, I had an album and I stopped it from coming out, but
Was that bad?
It leaked out. Well,
Was that bad?
It was bad, but I didn't.
It wasn't that bad.
Gangsta! It's all about a salary. It's all about.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I love this place. I tell you, I love y'all. Wow. But yeah, growing up, I had to. Wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
I can't even shake that one. I just got to take that one.
But growing up, wow. But growing up, you said Cool J, and then you got to the court. So to me, I had two posters in my room. It was Big Daddy Kane, because he had a high top fade, he was dark skinned, and it was Dominique. He had a high top fade. And when we played basketball, in the hood, wherever we were, we had music playing. So really, everything really goes hand in hand. Before you play the game, you listening to music, so, and you grow up and you dream and you do stupid stuff like that.
I know what you're saying, my man.
That's a dope song, actually.
Who's the best entertainer that you met? Who's, when you were playing and, when you play out in L.A. or something like that, who did you really want to meet out there?
Well, I don't know, but I'd like to just say this. As a young boy, I always dreamt of becoming a rapper. And when Vanilla Ice hit it big, I realized there is hope for guys like me. There's a market. And that's why, that great University of Arizona song that really, swept the nation that year.
Your song was Gangsta Gangsta too?
Something like that.
Gangsta.
That was dope. What's up, Corrupt? I did that with Corrupt, by the way. That was nice. Yeah.
But no, I think, Charles talked about this earlier. When you go to L.A. and you play in a game, in the Forum back in the day or Staples, and you see all those stars, whether they're...
It's a rush.
It's unbelievable. It's a great feeling.
I was talking about that earlier. Like, you see Jack Nicholson over there. Everybody loves Jack Nicholson. Then you see Stallone. Then you see Schwarzenegger. Then you see Denzel. And you're like... And it's like I'm from a small town in Alabama. And then you're like, wow, look at these people. And this was when Rocky was big. Denzel was doing Soldier Story.
Terminator was big.
Jack Nicholson done everything.
And they know who you are. So you're like, dang, that guy knows me. I'm a fan of his, so it was,
Which entertainer had the best game, you think? Basketball game, hoop game you saw or played against? Brian McKnight for me.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight.
You know who can really play?
Brian was
T.O., and I'm going to regret saying this, T.O. is a terrific basketball player.
He's a terrific athlete.
Yeah. But no, he's a good basketball player.
Yeah, Randy Moss was good, too. He was Mr. Basketball.
All right, that's Open Court. It's on NBA TV.